So we're just going to get into our structured warm-up in another minute here. Everyone can hear me, right? We're all ready to go? Good. A reminder too, everything's going to be uploaded. All the videos will be available for you. And you can go back, lots of time to revisit, work on some of the elements. I had a good question from someone, and it's been great actually because I've had really good, relevant feedback / questions from people about a few different things. We talked about core, we've talked about pedal stroke, and the one the other day was what do I do for nutrition? And without getting into a long description, we will just increase our gear right now. Everyone is at preferred cadence, and I want you to bring up the gear so you're at 5 out of 10, 50%. I'll just continue with this little bit while we're still riding lots of oxygen and can talk easily. Okay, so bring that gear up, 5 out of 10. Good. Nice fluid pedal stroke. The question about nutrition was, what should I take? Do I need to use feed stations? Very, very personal response to that. Personal meaning what you're about. How long are you going to be out there? There's a few things. You personally, how long are you going to be out there? How long have you ridden? How much of a new thing is this to you? And then also, is it a really, really hot day? Is it a really, really cold day? And then there's all these, so there's the let's say, situational variables of the event, and then there's your personal background and needs. So we want to think about both of those. The one thing I will say as a takeaway is practice. You have lots of time to practice eating and drinking on the bike. And even with all the years I've ridden a bike and had to go through entire races where everything's in your pocket, handed up from a car, a feed station, grabbing it on the way through, no stopping, I still prefer to stop and take a nice leisurely couple of bites of whatever. But that isn't the reality all the time. So you want to learn, A, what you can take down easily, B, what you can handle getting at easily. So it's two things. It's what you can take in, and also a lot of people underestimate, they've got that wonderful ride food, and then they put it in their pocket all packaged up, riding along, can't get to it, it's not open. So practice that as well. How you have it prepared so it's easy to get in. Okay? If you are on the faster end of the scale for this event, you're aiming for 3.5, 4, 4.5 hours. You may not be planning to stop at all. Longer than that, it may work into your schedule just fine. Those friends that you rode up Taylor Way with might all be of the same mind. So it's different for different situations, but you want to plan, you want to practice, and all of that. Okay, bring the gear up. As I said in the description, we're doing 3 pretty big segments. Right now, I just want you to bring some gear into your legs, 6 out of 10. Make sure you're comfortable, fans are on, windows open. Getting a little hot in here, I can tell you that. Okay, let's just bring that gear up, 90 to 100 cadence. Someone else was saying that they've come out of this feeling like there's improvements can be made in their leg speed after riding for a long time. A lot of you probably feel like that, understanding the different components of it. But right now, from your 60% or 6 out of 10, we're going to work on that. We're going to bring up the cadence, not too high because we have some gear behind us, but we're going to bring it up 5 RPM. You're between 90 and 100. I'm at 96, 97, so that's just below 25 pedal strokes every 15 seconds. And we're going to bring it up 5 RPM-ish. All right, you should be able to feel this by now. 2, 1, up, up. Brings your effort up, brings your output up. My playlist for today, GranFondo 2, is the Spotify list. Starts with a song by Moby called Honey. If you run it the first 7 songs, we'll get through all this right to the first set. Another lift, okay? To 10 RPM over where you started. 2, 1, up, up. For me, that's 106, 107, being from where I started. The workload has come up quite a bit. If you're on your real bike, you're having the same sort of progression through the watts, through the effort as I am. Some of the smart trainers will keep adjusting for you, so you have to allow it to take on the higher watts. Okay? We're going to back it off. Preferred cadence, 90 to 100. Where you started, just let it gently come back. Learning this now, where you have a feel for the pressure in the pedals, out of the pedals. It's not always just on the gas, then back off completely. All right? If you have a power meter of any sort, look down at the number. We want to be back at that 6 out of 10. If you don't, remember the feeling. We can still be conversational, but there might be just a little bit of an edge to it. You can ride at this level a long way, but it's not at the low end of your aerobic chain. All right, we're going to do that again. 5 RPM first, and then 10. Remember, we have some gear behind us. This feels different than when we're doing the ramps. All right, bring it up 5, in 2, 1, up, up. I'm tipping it up to just over 100 RPM. 25 pedal strokes every quarter minute. My effort is coming up closer to my 7 out of 10 when I do this. I'm going to do another lift. In 5 seconds, bring it up another 5 RPM. 10 from where you started. 2, 1, up, up. Come on, guys. Relax that upper body. I don't want to see a lot of side to side. Keep it quiet. Good, John. Hold on to this. Relaxed upper body. Engaged. We talked about that. Pistons, giving a good turnover. I'm at 108. Definitely at my 7 out of 10. Getting more uncomfortable than comfortable. 3, 2, and back it off. Let it come back to your 60%. 6 out of 10. Adjust your gear if you need to. Still just warming up. You're going to give me a little bit more gear. I said we were starting from 6 out of 10, and that the cadence was bringing it up to around 7. Now we're going to bring our gear in to be at that 7 out of 10 number. Okay? Feeling number. So do that, staying at your preferred cadence. 90 to 100. I'm right at 96, 97. And bringing the gear up. 2, 1. Still warming up, okay? A little bit of gear. Bring that effort up. Practicing good habits while we're in the warm-up. Eyes up. Good Carmen. All right, you're right at that preferred cadence. Might be at this on a long climb, on a gentle incline, which we will do a bit of. Okay, this will be harder. 5 RPM for me. 2, 1, up, up. 5 RPM. Tipping it over 100 for me. You might be a little bit lower on the scale. That's fine. Just manage the increase. Feel these increases through your feet. Pressure on the pedals. We're not stomping. Another increase. 5 RPM more. 2, 1. Come on, guys. This is tipping it up. You're building some lactate. Come on, guys. Not for a long time. Five seconds to go. 2, 1, and let it all go. Bring it back to a 3 out of 10. First part of the workout, you tease that into the muscles. They go, ow. They're annoyed. You go, shut up. This is what we're doing. Okay? So just soft pedal for a minute here. And then we're going to do one quick ramp in an easy gear. So now, unrestricted by that feeling of having a lot of pressure behind the pedals, we're going to just focus on being in as easy a gear as you can. We've worked on this now. It's hard in the beginning to feel like you can turn the pedals without a lot behind them. Newer riders, in 30 seconds we're going to start. I'm going to cue you to keep lifting the cadence. You're going to come from your preferred cadence while we're in this easy effort level. 15 seconds before we start. Give yourself a little bit of gear if you don't feel a positive connection, but ankles moving. We're going to get that turnover. We're going to bring it up to where we're just on the cusp maybe of being too fast to leg speed. All right, here we go, 90 seconds. Up, up, right away. Over that 100 cadence. Just squeeze it out of yourself. Squeeze into the pedals. Wind it up. Like those skaters, right? When they get going in those spins, they start out, it looks even normal human speed, and then it goes to ridiculous speed. 60 seconds to go. Up, up. We're going to try and get to ridiculous human tracky speed. Almost halfway. Up, up. Come on, guys. I'm in the 1-teens. You need that as a reference. Up, up. Keep bringing it up. What's your happy place? We've seen over 200 RPM from world kilo riders. We're not going to get there. 20 seconds. Come on, guys. Up, up. Last little bit. Settled in the saddle. Nothing's changed. 3, 2, and back it off. All of these are things to think about when we're in the efforts. All right, let's do it again. Adjust your gear if that was too much. Also, if you felt like the pedals are getting way ahead of you, and you can do this on a downhill for real, working on this skill. All right, preferred cadence right now. That's where we're starting. 90 seconds to go. First lift, up, up. Start bringing it up, about 5 RPM at a time. What is that? A pedal stroke almost. Every 15 seconds, that's all. Not much. Keep winding it up. We're over 100 RPM. Remember that range on a flat road, optimal. 90 to 105, up, up, we're over that. 110-ish, getting up into those teens, lift it up again, come on, keep winding it up, remember those skaters. 30 seconds to go. Come on, guys, quick feet, not bouncing, steady head. Draw yourself into your core. 15 seconds. Come on. Keep it going. Settle right here. 3, 2, and back it off. Easy. Good. So, the whole circle thing, pedaling, it's not are natural, but someone reminded me the other day how many incredible cyclists come from other sports. Hockey, speed skating, running, swimming, skiing. And you develop different systems once you learn to apply it to the circle, to generating power efficiently using all these tools, then it's a sport that with a bit of work, we can all adapt to be pretty darn proficient. That's what I'm looking at for you. So we are going back to our first long hill. And this is the one that we face coming out of distance-wise, about the halfway point. Effort-wise, I'd say we've done 30% and we have 60% to go. This climb is one of the big, daunting, look up the road kind of climbs. So we're starting with that. It's going to be a total of 13 minutes. We're going to start out at that comfortably uncomfortable 70-75% at a proficient cadence, hopefully over 90, imagining that we're on quite a gentle grade for the first part. Starts out 2%, 3%, increases, and we're going to hit 2 very steep pitches. I've shrunken this down to be so that we can hit a bunch of these different things today. You're going to have a little flat piece, which is where the feed zone would be, for those of you that have decided you're stopping at the feed zone or are in trouble and need to. And then we're going to hit another steep pitch, drive it over the top, and then we'll get to our second piece. So if you're feeling ready, we're going to get ourselves into this first 13-minute segment. The song to start this part of the workout is actually Van Halen, Jump. And from there is a few other good pieces, older and newer music to get you through this segment. So crank up the music if you don't want to listen to me. Our cadence, as I said, 90 to 95 is my guideline. You're going to start in less than 15 seconds. All right, relax up here. Have a little drink. 4 minutes. And this is just settling in, setting yourself up for those hard pitches. 2, 1, let's get into it. It's long, so we're picking it off in little pieces. And to start doing that when you're out for long rides. Look at those hills in a different way. What do they really mean? Don't always project to the top. That can be daunting. You've got almost 30 seconds under you already. Let's try and keep our eyes up, our heads up. I know it sounds a little bit, I don't know, sometimes I think airy-fairy, but the visuals and your body position is going to affect the way you feel on a hill. So visuals, I'm a good climber. Someone that you know who looks great on a climb. Imagine you look like them. And then your body position, the more you hang down, the harder it feels, and the harder it actually is to ride well. You want to be up, positive, and you're already almost at a minute and a half. So this is just bringing in some workload, because if we do everything hard off full recovery, we never get to feel what it's really like when we're out there on a goal ride, hard ride with a group, whatever it is. So we're challenging ourselves. 70 to 75% right now, holding on to that cadence. Another whole 2 minutes. But you're already halfway through this piece. For real, out on the Sea to Sky Highway, you may be, at this point, starting to feel the pitch is coming up a bit. More like 4%, 5%. We haven't hit the steep bits yet. Longer climbs. Come on, Roger. Ride your bike. Thank you. Longer climbs. Try and get yourself into a rhythm. Keep taking stock. Keep taking stock. What can be more relaxed? How can I make this easier on myself without actually slowing down? Can I change my cadence and my gear a bit? Can I just change my hand position? I do that a lot. Go from here, go from here. I like to ride on the tops. Opens me up. Can I focus on a point ahead? That's a good one. People ahead, a point ahead. All right, guys, there's a change upcoming. There's a change upcoming in 30 seconds. Your cadence is going to drop. Your effort is going to come up. 8 out of 10 for 2 minutes. Starting steep, getting steeper. You're already a little bit of a catch in your voice. Drop the cadence right now. 8 to 9% on the road. Bring that gear up to simulate it. 2, 1. Come on, guys. Big push now. Strong through the feet. I'm right at 85 RPM. So 20 2-ish pedal strokes, 15 seconds. Big effort. Keep this hard, okay? Feed station after this. Use the back of that circle. That's the cheater power. If you use your whole circle and don't just stomp down. Another minute to go. A little bit steeper, okay? Drop the cadence again. 8-0. Bring the gear up. We're simulating a 9% nasty piece. Come on, guys. Minute to go. Find a place. Your hands are happy. Shut up legs, okay? Everybody's legs hurt. Almost 30 seconds to go. Come on, guys. Own it. Feel those hamstrings. Hon, you want to stay with your little posse? Friends are new friends. 15 seconds right here. This is your flat. All you're getting is a minute. We want to suck it up. Use it for recovery. 2, 1. Get the gear off. 50 to 60%. If you're using numbers, we're going to try and get to that feeling. Not resting. Come on, guys. Recover, recover. Use as much cadence as you can, remaining efficient, reasonably comfortable. Bringing it down, okay? This, if you're not stopping at the feed zone, is a pretty good place to be getting something out of your pocket that's already open, getting it in. You can chew, your heart rate's down a bit. Awesome. Pick your places. Okay. The road's tipping up again. 4 minutes. Bring that effort up a little bit. 60 to 70. Holding this cadence. So it's just coming up a little bit. You brought your heart rate down. Come on, guys, this is the second half. 30 seconds in already. Use that cadence. Hold that effort level. Quickly. Shoulders down. Light hands. Tap your fingers. Knees tracking straight. We don't look down at our knees when we're riding outside, but you can do a quick check now. Over a minute done. Good. This is just creating that little bit of stress. You're wanting to get back into the canyon with your group. You're willing to make an effort to do so. You knew this was coming. You're prepared. And you know that just up the road, this is a very hard pitch again. Just over 2 minutes away. Hold on to this rhythm. All right, little surge in the group. 5 RPM for me. We're midway before the steep hill. You're gonna bring it up 5 RPM. 2, 1, come on. Just Keeping connected to your people. Careful to take ownership of this and not blow yourself up. Just staying with the posse with a little move. 5 more seconds. 2, 1, back to your preferred cadence. Back to your 60 to 70% output. Just over a minute now. Have a little drink. This next one, it's steep, it's straight, and then it'll crest into our last bit that we're gonna roll over, bring up the cadence so that we're going into the downhill with some momentum and good position. If you're a 3.5 or a 4-hour person, this is really important. 4.5, 5, still gonna be important. A little bit slower. You may have less experienced people around you, and you're gonna have a little bit more leeway. But now, we're motivated for next year. We're all gonna have new goals. Okay, it's steep. It's 9% the hill. Dropping our cadence. 80 to 85. Climbing cadence. Bring the gear up. 8 to 9. This is throwing it all in for just a little bit. 1 minute. 2, 1. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Dig deep now. Less than a minute to go. Just the push over the top after that. Come on, guys. 30 seconds. Stand if you need to. Just don't blow yourself up. Few pedal strokes. Get on top of it. All right. In 10. The grade has gone back to 5%. You're with your people. Make it right into the downhill. Backing the gear off a little bit. 70%. 90 plus cadence, come on. Drive it over the top now. Up, up. Come on, guys. This is harder than the actual steep part of the hill. Let's make it. 30 to go. Come on, guys. Cadence high. Keep it with your wheels. Push right over. Almost to the crest. 10 seconds to go. There's the crest. We're riding right over it. On to the other side. 3, 2, and let it go. Whew. Recover, recover. Easy, easy as you like. So whether or not you will be going that hard at that point is a question of a whole bunch of variables. But the training effect, thinking about it, all of those rotations backed off a little bit, it's going to be welcome to know you have in your tool bag. So after that push, and I can tell you last year, I had it in my mind, get over it, get over it, get over it with your group, then let everything else come about after that. On to the next thing. Boop. It's behind you now. Gonna get a little pat on the back. Oh, good, I did a good job. And then get right on to the next focus. Pedal stroke by pedal stroke. Don't get too fixated on what went wrong at any point. Don't get fixated on what's way up ahead. What's my finish gonna be like? You got a lot to go before the finish, okay? And part of that is going to be some punchy efforts. Now we've managed to ride with our pretty solid group, people we're working well with, or just our friends that we decided to ride with. We're working well together, and we're coming out of the canyon into a succession of pitchy little hills. So we're going to revisit that feeling and that concept. We're going in a minute, and we're gonna go a minute and a half. It's hard. In control, riding into the base of a little short popper. 90 to 100 cadence, what you can manage. We're gonna stand for 30 seconds. Get on top of the gear, because we can see we're near the top of the popper. And then we're gonna do a minute winding up our RPM. We'll do a little reprieve, as though there's a flat step, going back down to 60%, and then we'll do it again. Okay, 20 seconds. Get a drink in you. 90 to 100 cadence. I am 94 to 97, in around there. Let's use that momentum. We're making good gear choices. We're going in 5, bringing the gear up so that you're at 8 out of 10. Song 13, Get Up by the bingo players. It's a good one. We're gonna get up this hill. Come on, 8 out of 10 now, 80%. You're already into it. 15 seconds. All right, guys. Common mistake a lot of people make going into something like this too hard. We're going hard, but we're in control. Almost at a minute in, meaning 30 more seconds. You'll stand and get on top of it. You'll sit back down. You'll wind up the cadence. Don't get yourself bogged down. You're using that efficient cadence as well. And remember, you're standing in this gear. The reason we're standing is we want to get on top of our cadence. So let's not slam it into a big gear to stand, okay? 3, 2, come on guys, get on top of it. Center it over the saddle, a little bit of an attack position. Eyes up, where you want to go. Over half. That's good, you're right on top of it. If you're falling apart, sit back down early, that's fine. 2, 1, taking your bike with you. And let's wind the cadence back up. Up over the crest. 95. Come on. Bring it up 5 RPM. Come on. There's a little break on the flat after this. 30 seconds. Wind it up over the top. And stay with it. Think you can, think you can. 10. Same thing. Rolling over the crest. 3, 2, back off the gear. On a flat. Hold a nice You're getting a minute. Regroup. As much cadence as you can use to generate this 6-ish out of 10, 60%. Recover, recover, have a drink. Right here is not where we're going to take some food. Knowing we're going into another pitch. There's a break after that. We'll wait till it settles down. All right? Same cadence. Bring that gear up. Another popper. 8 out of 10. In 2, 1. Come on, guys. Second time through. Hold the cadence. Own that bike. Shoulders down. Light hands. You're watching. You're paying attention to what you feel like, what the train's doing, people are doing around you. Getting a bit tired. Don't get caught behind people making mistakes. Remember we said it might be windy. Where are we? We're trying to shelter. Maybe the wind's coming from the left. Trying to keep to the right. Have some shelter from people beside us here. Good. Okay, guys. That's a minute. Circles. Always go back to technique when your muscles just plain hurt. Okay? A little too short to let our gear go. A little too long to hold it like this. We're gonna stand and get on top of the gear. 2, 1, come on. Hot, active on those pedals. Let your elbows bend. Let your core keep you stable. Almost hit the next little part. We're gonna sit back down in 2, 1, back down. Regroup. Less than a minute. Over the top. Hold your gear. Start winding the cadence up. A little bit of a surge. 5 RPM. Up, up. Come on. In control. Just nudging up the speed. A little bit. Top's right there. That's almost the crest. Rolling right over it. It's flattening out. A little bit more RPM. 2, 1, and back the gear off. You're on a flat. 6 out of 10. 1 minute. Come on, guys. Hold it. More seconds. Just consolidating here. You did that work. Almost 8 minutes. You're just putting the little topping on it. Making sure you're right there. Not at the back of the group. Well in where you're comfortable. 5, 3, 2, let it go. Easy as you like, just quickly. This is our tidbit workout. are now finishing that. We would have been around 100K, 100 and a bit. We're gonna project to the end. And we're gonna do a little bit of a group piece where you're doing some reacting, some perception, and the base effort isn't crazy, but we're gonna do multiple accelerations. I'm gonna get each of you, we're starting in 1 minute. I'm going to get each of you to choose a color, green, blue, or red. And what we're simulating is that we have, let's say, 3 teams, 3 groups. We've been friends all the way, right? But now you looked over and there's someone in your age group, maybe going for that jersey like, oh my gosh, okay, this is it. Or someone's giving you the time and all of a sudden everyone's in the I'm gonna break 5 hours mode. Whatever it is, action. Okay, so we're gonna simulate some action. You're going to listen for your color. Remember, green, blue, or red. Everyone, now, bring your gear up to 60 to 70. If you're a 4-hour, sub 4, maybe up to 4.5 hours, I'd like you to be at 70%. If you are a little bit on the slower side than that, let's be at 60. I want you to be able to do the reactions. You're there right now. You're at 90 to 100 cadence. Nothing's gonna happen for this first minute. Okay? You are 7 minutes from the finish. You're gonna have a drink right now. And when I call your color, you're going to increase your cadence, 5 to 10 RPM. I will say, red team, you'll go. I will say, red team caught, blue off, blue will go. And that's the way we're going to do it for 7 minutes, starting in 5 seconds. If you just want to go with everything, good luck with that, but you're welcome to. All right? You can guess who I am. I'm one of the colors. All right, blue team, up, up. Come on, 5 to 10 RPM. Leg speed, don't touch your gear. Blue team caught, green team. Come on, green, 5 to 10 RPM. Blue team back to tempo. Green going hard. Green team caught. Red and blue together. Come on, guys, up, up. 5 to 10 RPM. Going with these surges all the way to the finish. All right, blue and red caught. Green team, up, up. Come on. Blue and red at tempo. Green team caught. Red team, up, up. Red team go. Good job, guys. Come on. Blue and green, we're chasing them. Tempo. Red team caught. Blue and green. Up, up. I can tell who my teammates are. Blue and green caught. Red team, go. Red team, up, up. Awesome job, guys, come on. Red and green caught, blue team, up, up. Come on, guys. Dig in. 3 minutes to go. I don't think blue are coming back. They're staying out there. Red and green, come on. Up, up. Blue, red, green. All surging right now. Come on, guys. All right, everyone settles back to tempo. 3 minutes to go. Green, up, up. Come on. Blue and red at tempo. Green, caught, red, go. Good job, everyone. Blue and green. Throw it in the chase. Come on, guys. Red, tempo. They're discouraged. Come on. Blue and green. Green gives up for a second. Blue, up, up. Red and green, tempo. Blue, trying to make a charge up the road. Less than 2 minutes. Come on. This is the last finishing kilometer. Green, red, making an attack. Come on. Blue and tempo. Green and red, don't like the combination. Tempo. Blue, back on it. Just over a minute, guys. Come on. All right, everyone at tempo. Everyone together. 1 minute to go. Looking around. And red. Up, up. Come on, guys. This is for the finish line. This is for the jerseys. This is for the beer bets. Blue and green. Up, up. Come on, everyone now. We're duking it out. We've caught red. All together now. Come on, everyone. RPM. Up. 200 meters. Keep going. Pick your spot. 100 meters. Come on, guys. 5, 3, 2, and let it go. Easy, easy. Whew. Nicely done, everyone. Recover, recover. Back to super easy. And then just nudge a little bit of gear in. Good. So one of the things in bike racing, which doesn't have chip times, is the way your finish is measured. If you're in a group and you have all watched races where they're really only talking about the first guy that, girl, whatever, came across the line, and then Everyone else has the same time, same time, same time, same time. Except if you let a gap go in between. Let's say it's 25 bikes all go across the line without gaps between their bikes, and you're the 26th, and there's 3 bike lengths. So your time will be the time you went across plus all the time it took that first pod. So when you're stage racing and when you watch the Tour de France, trying to follow that, that's very important for those people who may not be trying to win the sprint, but they're trying to minimize any loss in time. So they will still make sure they're in that group and connected, because those few seconds can really hurt. In fondos, we have chip time. So it's a little bit different, but it's still a good mindset, because you don't know what, someone behind you might just have 2 seconds they rolled across the line behind you. So always good just say, you know what, just go and maximize on that finish. So just quickly, as we're rolling our pedals over, thank you so much for joining the series. We do still do training sessions in the summer. Mornings will maybe get a tad earlier if we need to, but we'll let everyone know. And in terms of motivation, I know that when you have a date that you were focusing on and there's been changes, it may feel initially, at least you get this kind of sinking, oh, what do I do now? Well, having been someone who did it for a job and things come up and things happen, you focus on setting some goals and thinking further down the road that now this is an opportunity. You feel your endurance is not great. Let's get some building up. If you've only ever ridden shorter, hour and a half, 2 hours, let's start to think about getting some 3-hour rides in. At that 5, 6, under 7 out of 10, that's an endurance ride. And then the quality, keep this up. This is golden. That training stress score concept I talked about is a combination of time, so duration and intensity. So you want to be thinking about getting both. So think about your weaknesses, think about what you don't feel you're good at, and put some time into that, right? The other things you can do, some of you have heard of Everesting, putting in many climbing miles. Maybe it's not Everesting, but you can pick some other peaks. Annapurna, I don't know, but pick some other peaks, some other amounts of climbing that you want to achieve, say in a week or eventually in a couple of days. So focus on some of that and pay attention to what you do. So if you haven't maybe done 100K, but you want to set that as a goal, build up to it, keep adding on a little bit. And by all means, you can check in with us. Keep riding with us. We'd love to have you. And then check in with us as well. We do a lot of different training plans and things to help you with your mission. So thanks, everybody. That's a wrap for this.